Good evening, fans, and welcome to Elk Grove, Illinois, where we are live here for some senior night basketball on the women's side. I'm Chris Randall, joined by John Walls for some Friday night hoops. John, tonight we have two schools looking to get back into the win column after each team has won a game here this week. What can we expect between Elk Grove hosting Wheeling here tonight?
Well, I'll tell you what, I had the pleasure of calling Monday night's game, I believe it was. That was one of the best second halves I've seen in Elk Grove girl basketball history, literally. Whatever Coach Moore dialed up, he was the head coach that night. Whatever he dialed up in that second half, you stick with that, you're going to have no problems tonight.
Yeah, these two teams have met already this year. Elk Grove and Wheeling played on January 9th at Wheeling High School. The Grenadiers won 36-34. Aside from that, it's been pretty rough for both of these squads. The Grenadiers 6-19 overall. Wheeling 4-23. Haven't won a conference game on that Wheeling side. On Grenadier, they're 2-7, 3-8 right here on their home court. As they're going through the starting lineups.
You know, Chris, Jalala Blake is somebody you want to watch, only for the reason is that we're getting down to the end of the season. And she's been playing up as a freshman all year long, number 4. And then I got an opportunity to get here a little bit early and saw the sophomore game. And there's a couple players on that team that look like they have the energy level and the shot and athleticism. So all is not lost, considering Elk Grove is going to be losing 4 seniors, all with major minutes. 5 seniors,
yeah.
All with major minutes. So who's to say next year won't be as good or better? I think they might even be better. This is a really class act by Coach Linford. She's starting her senior 5.
Yep, all 5.
I wish more coaches in high school would realize what that is. That's a really great shout out, probably to all those kids that have been since freshman year and did every practice and everything. No matter talent level or whatnot, you get a start on senior night. Class act.
So Wheeling in their purple uniforms, Elk Grove in their home whites. We do have a number 34 on Wheeling who on our rosters is not on them. So we'll just call her number 34 on the other side, though. We have Jillian Franz, Lila Crump, Nicole Sturkowick, and Mia Smith, the starters for Wheeling. For Elk Grove, John said it, all 5 seniors: Claire Alvarado, Olivia Eugene, Lindsay Babowski, Caitlin Wirtz, and Ashley Braudet. And it is with Wirtz in the corner, looking to start us off with a 3, but Braudet comes with the offensive board, and we'll have our first jump ball here of the evening. We're officially underway at Elk Grove High School on senior day. It will be Wheeling tip with Smith to inbound.
Braudet was really, really a difference maker in the back half of the second half. She really was the one that put her on our shoulders and got them to overtime and eventually the win.
Elk Grove coming out in a 1-2-2 press right away, and Babowski comes up with the steal. Misses the bunny, though, on the fast break, and now Wheeling looks to turn up the pace. Back down the court, giving it up to Crump. Braudet, though, marks. May have gotten the deflection on that shot, and the rebound goes to Babowski.
Yeah, this is kind of what we saw. Well, we've seen it over and over, right? Elk Grove, whether it's boys or girls, men's or women, they come out slow. This is the one thing that I think that coaching, they got to be preaching to this. We got to come out a little quicker.
Yeah. Skip pass over to Wirtz, looking for the 3 off the target. This one's going to hit off the backboard. Fighting for the rebound. It goes to Alvarado, who's going to take the 3. Long on the backside is Babowski, and she gets our first points of the game. Lindsay Babowski. And Wheeling instantly turns it over on the on the press by Elk Grove, and it will be Grenadier ball.
Without the press, that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
It looked like Wheeling was taken a little bit off guard.
Yeah, they tried to get to number 34. Once again, we don't have her name, so apologies to 34's family if you're watching. But
might be a bring-up from JV.
Yeah, we could maybe try and find something at the half as Wirtz look to go in towards Braudet, throws up a shot on the give and go. And Caitlin Wirtz will go to the free throw line shooting 2 here. Foul's going to go on Mia Smith, her first of the evening.
This offensive sets that they've had so far looks way more energetic than the last 2 games we've called. In the past, they like to run this down into the corner on the right side and do their offense from down by the baseline, and that hasn't really happened tonight. I love the look of it.
Yeah, the rainbow shot on the first one there from Wirtz comes up off the front rim, and we'll have our second shot here for the senior. one, another high arcing shot and finds through the net. And it's 3-0 here, Grenadiers early on in quarter number 1. Gives it up. It's Crum. Step back jumper for Crum. Nothing but net for the sophomore.
Wheeling
Lila
broke
Crum.
that press like as good as you can.
Yeah.
That's a really good coaching on their end.
Coached by Kelly Bracey. Wirtz waves it off and then hands off to Babowski, looking to dribble where Wirtz was going. Skip over to Alvarado. And it's with Eugene. She'll take the 3. It's long off the mark. Fight for the board, and 34 comes up with it and passes it up to Smith. Smith looked for Crum, hands off, and it's going to be missed opportunity there from Franz. And now Babowski pushing up the pace, realizes no numbers and slows it down. Alvarado will take her shot and finds it. It's going to be a 2, though. Looked like the ref said it in front of that arc. So 5-2 Grenadiers.
How great is that?
Yeah, Claire Alvarado getting into the score sheet. Wirtz tried to jump in front of that pass towards Crum. Her second shot of the night off the target. Offensive board by Franz. And it will be collected by Braudet.
You know 34 is going to have a career night because we don't have her name, right?
Yeah,
It's
right.
just how it's going to be.
Always happens. So Wirtz being guarded by Smith. It's going to go to Babowski in the corner. Look for the pump fake. Dribbles middle. Throws
nice
up a
take.
shot. And it's going to stay a Grenadier ball.
I'm starting to believe, honestly, that overtime win might have leaked into tonight because this is much more higher energy in the first half of the first quarter.
Eugene comes off the screen. 2-point shot for Olivia Eugene off the front iron, and it's going to be a board. Goes to Smith, throws it up towards Stirakowic, and it's going to be taken away by Eugene. Double team comes from Wheeling, throws it up towards Babowski, and Grenadiers in business. Inside
Nice
now
pass
to
to
Braudet.
Braudet.
Braudet turns and fires, and it's going to be 2 shots for the senior.
It could have been 4 shots because she was fouled twice by 2 different players, but those aren't the rules.
Yeah, this one's going to go on number 21, Lila Crump.
So far, I like 21 Crump's game. She's got a really nice set shot. She's up and down the floor.
Braudet's first one hits off the side iron and no good. We'll have our first substitutions. Babowski heads out, and Jamie Wirtz getting a chance to play with her sister here on senior night. Jamie is sophomore for this Grenadier squad. 2 and 22 are the Wirtz sisters, and we have a lane violation.
12. I don't know if she was pushed.
No, she definitely jumped in front of the lane, and it's going to be Wheeling ball. They're going to miss out on that free throw.
She got a ball fake from her own player.
Yeah, she did the same exact routine on that first one, so no excuse. We'll stay Wheeling ball as Wirtz almost came up with the steal. Caitlin Wirtz, that is.
Katie is really an energizer, man.
Yeah.
She can keep you going.
And very, very fun to watch on the softball diamonds.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what she'll be going to play in school at UW Oshkosh. As 34 takes on a shot, it goes long, and will stay Wheeling ball.
Really good
as I say,
athlete, Katie.
Eugene.
Actually, all the Wirtz that have come through here, I think JJ might be the last. I could be wrong. There's been so many of them, but they've all been great athletes.
Yeah. Inbounding for Wheeling is Smith. Slow developing play. They force it in. Braudet trying to get onto the floor for the steal. Smith and Eugene now fight for it. Smith with it. And here's going to be the tie-up. That referee let him play a little bit longer than probably needed to.
He had his hand in the air for 20 minutes, didn't he?
Yeah.
I'm like, well, what's it going to be? He made up his mind he was going to make a call. He just didn't know which one.
Yeah. Jamie Wirtz to bring it up now for the Grens after the jump ball. Each team has had a jump ball go their way. Wirtz pushes towards the right side, bounce over to Eugene. Looking towards Katie. Katie with the ring around, layup, no good. Layup goes to 34. Pushing up the floor to Crump. Crump, turnaround jumper, blocked by Eugene. Kick out, though, to Stirakowic. Stirakowic, nothing but net on the 3. And it's 5-5.
Great look, great shot.
They say the offensive rebound is the best time for the 3, and Wheeling successfully was able to do it there. As then play goes into Alvarado, now towards Braudet, and it's blocked from behind by Crump. Stirakowic to bring it up for Wheeling. Skipped on over to 34. Right back towards Stirakowic inside to Franz. Franz's jumper is teetered. Offensive board by 34. Missed. Second opportunity goes to Alvarado and finds it up to Eugene, the left-handed sharpshooter for the Grens.
Crump's going to be a handful for Elk
Yeah,
Grove.
absolutely. Would love to see what she scored in that first meeting between these two squads. As Katie does a spin move and finishes at the cup to give Elk Grove back the lead, 7-5.
That might be a top 10 video tonight, and that was a really hard shot.
Here's Franz on the fast break. Offensive board to Crum, throws it back towards Smith. Stirkowicz skipped on over to 34, pump fakes right back to Stirkowicz. Her three-pointer off the back iron and fight for the board. Will go out of play, and looks like it's going to remain Wheeling the ball here. And we have subs for both teams. Jalea Blake for Elk Grove, as is Brianna Magner for Elk Grove. And the number coming in for Wheeling is number 13, Giselle Rodriguez Flores.
Magner came in on the last game that we did, and she actually the first game this year, I think it was you and I, and she played well. A lot of good minutes.
Eugene comes up with the board, clears it out, and gives it up to Julia Wirtz. Or Jamie Wirtz. Jamie sends it over to her sister, Katie. Now it's with Magner, right back with Jamie Wirtz. Inside, Jamie can get fouled and sent to the free throw line. Elk Grove having an emphasis of driving to the cup and getting to the free throw line here early in this one.
We did the boys game last night, and Schaumburg's defense was so good at not letting anybody in the paint. Like it was a man-to-man, but it really wasn't. Elk Grove had fits last night. They couldn't make the outside shot, and it was just like that all evening. I like to see the girls here just heading to the rim and see what happens.
Yeah. Mia Smith picks up her second personal foul. Back into the game for Elk Grove is Babowski. Katie Wirtz heads to the bench for a breather. Jamie goes 2 for 2 from the free throw line, and it makes it 9-5 here with 2:26 to play in quarter number one. Elk Grove once again coming in this 1-2-2 press. Doing a very good job of it. Do get it across, though, right before that 10-second mark. Jamie knocks it out. Looking to intend to pass there to Jimena Perez. But Wirtz says no, and Wheeling's going to have to inbound with Smith. Playing with 2 fouls. We'll see
I'd
how.
like to see somebody's eyes on the throw in here.
Yeah. We'll see how Smith, the senior, plays with 2 fouls. Stirkowicz into the corner, sends it over to 34. Crum at the top of the key now. And it's a high pass over Perez's head and turnover for the Grens.
You're going to have Jalea Blake and Crump against each other. In my opinion, 2 of the top 2 players on either team. Could be a nice matchup to watch.
Wirtz taking her time, bringing it up the court. Now turns on the Blazers. Babowski drives right. Babowski throws it up after drawing some contact, but no foul. Babowski trying to run down Smith. Able to do so, but retaining possession with Wheeling.
Yeah, there was a lot of contact underneath.
Yeah, there was. And this one, not as much contact, and the foul's going to be called 34 to the free throw line for Wheeling. It's going to be Elk Grove's first foul of the game, and it goes on number 23, Magner. So 34 to the free throw line. Sounded like Madison O'Hara.
I'm going with that.
Yeah.
It could have been
O'Hara, maybe? Something of that nature.
O'Hara.
Going to be the name for number 34. She misses that first one on the front iron. Misses the second one, and Crump comes down with the rebound.
Just a hustle play.
Yeah, absolutely. O'Hara to Perez. Swing around to Stirkowicz. Bad pass to Smith's feet, so they have to reset it up with Perez at the top of the key. Stirkowicz, the sharpshooter for Wheeling on the court. Already made 1 3 today. It's now with Crump, who's got a shot off the back iron. O'Hara gets the offensive board, and now Magner cleans up the glass, and it going the other way for the Grenadiers.
O'Hara's just been a rebound magnet.
Yeah, she's been very good.
She's where she should be.
Especially with Brade not out there marking her.
No, she knows where to be. Nice
Eugene for 3 off target. Magner gets the offensive board. Out towards Wirtz, right to Magner. This one's a 3 for Magner. Off the back iron. The freshman, Blake, gets the board. Blake fighting for it. We got a late whistle. And it looks like it's going to be out of bounds, I believe, here. Substitution comes in as well.
It might have just been a step out of bounds because nobody's coming to give us a number on any fouls.
Yeah. Lindsay Carrillo checks in for Wheeling. Under a minute to play in quarter one.
Oh,
Magner
Blake's
to
wide
inbound.
open.
They do give it to Blake. Her shot off the front iron. fight for this board. Smith and Babowski tie each other up, and we got another jump ball.
Blake came wide open 3 seconds earlier.
A little bit.
I think if they get her the ball when she was immediately open, she probably drains that. It gave her time for the defender to come collapse a little bit.
Yeah. Eugene out for the Grenadiers. Katie Wirtz back in, so both Wirtz sister in.
A little pressure here.
Yep, once again, O'Hara gets it and has it knocked out by Jamie Wirtz, so it's going to remain Wheeling ball with under 40 to play. Stirakovic over to Smith. Smith playing with those 2 fouls here early in quarter 1. Looking for the tie-up, and they will get it. Great job by Katie Wirtz to tie up O'Hara. And now Elk Grove will look to have final possession here in quarter number 1.
Yeah, just under 30 seconds. It'd be nice to get a bucket here. Spread that lead out a little bit more than 4.
Jamie Wirtz over into the corner. Looks to be where Katie. Now it's Babowski, top of the wing. Over to Magner. Magner takes the 3 off target, and it goes towards Perez for the board. 10 seconds remain here in quarter 1. Stirakovic bringing it up over to Smith. Smith uses the move, throws it up. Jamie knocked it out of play, or knocked it out momentarily. Stirakovic pump fakes off the target, and that's how quarter 1 does it. 9-5 our score.
Yeah, I'm not going to say Elk Grove came out hot, but 9 points is not a horrible first quarter for them. They always struggle. And not only them, but the boys, but they always seem to struggle in that first quarter. So good signs ahead, I believe.
So quarter number 1 in the books. Our leading scorer, Katie Wirtz, with 3, but her sister's got 2, Jamie, and as does Babowski, making up 7 of those 9 points. I believe the other was from Eugene. Alvarado, yep. So 9-5.
She typically gets some minutes. It's not like she's not a player, but I thought she was kind of like the Energizer Bunny out there for most of them. She was doing a nice job. Little quick announcement, 70th anniversary events. This year marks the 70th anniversary of Elk Grove Village. To celebrate this milestone, there will be special events, public service initiatives, concerts, and community challenges to take place throughout the year. For more information, visit Elk Grove Village's website at elkgrove.org/70 or check your February Village newsletter for details. Yeah, now let's see if Elk Grove, I'm telling you, it's like they're good on the second and fourth quarters, and I don't mean that disparagingly. Sometimes that's just how teams run, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's see if this is the quarter that we think it could be.
Yeah, and if they are especially good in that second quarter, you want to, you've already beat this team. You want to try and keep that pedal to the metal, especially on a team that's won 2 of their last 3 games, beating Elgin, beating McHenry, before falling to Conan on Tuesday night. But before those 2 wins, they were on a 15-game win streak. So maybe something brewing on this Wheeling side. You want to make sure that momentum stays. As Crump's layup, no good. Swinging in is Smith, but she's out of bounds. On Elk Grove side, though, they just beat Hoffman Estates in overtime. He said it was a thriller here.
Great game. Great second half.
But before that, they were on a 4-game losing streak themselves. So both teams just trying to build some momentum as we get into that later end of the season, where we are right now with, is it senior night for Elk Grove? As Katie Wirtz underneath. Thought she got fouled.
She did.
Goes to Blake. Blake's offensive board. Layup no good. Smith grabs it and pushes up the floor for Wheeling. Hesitation move for Smith. Has Katie Wirtz catch up to it and knock it out of play.
What I'd really like to see, because we're in the back half, maybe the back third of the season here, is I really need to see Ford take a little more initiative. I'm not a freshman anymore.
Yeah.
She belongs here. I think she needs to get a little more aggressive. Easier said than done, right? For a 15-year-old on varsity.
Stirakovic's shot off the target. Offensive opportunity by Crump is off, and it's tipped towards Katie Wirtz, and she'll slow down the pace and bring it up for the Grenadiers here early in quarter number 2. Hands it off to her sister, Jamie. Now it's handed off to Blake, the freshman, over to Magner. Trying to find somewhere to get into the paint. Jamie Wirtz, hesitation. Layup missed as she got all the way to the cup. Made a great move.
That's why you run
Wirtz.
that offense. All you're looking to do is either get somebody bored or tired. Wheeling got bored, and he had an easy layup.
Yeah.
Just missed it.
Perez over to Smith, now to Starakowicz, out to O'Hara. O'Hara away from the basket. Elk Grove in a 2-3 zone. O'Hara steps into a 3. O'Hara knocks it down. Madison O'Hara.
She was not missing much in warm-ups.
No.
She's kept it going here. I like that motion. I would run that again.
Yeah, they look to start it. Blake brings it right back towards where it came from, though, with Jamie Wirtz, and it's stolen away. Fight for it on the floor now with Crump. She turns away with it. And this jump ball is going to be called a little bit quicker than that last one we had on our end.
So Blake brings it down. She dribbles into a triple team, right?
Yeah.
That's fine. Has a little error. She has to forget about that, right? Sometimes younger players are like, oh, geez, I just made a mistake, and you go into a shell. Can't have it. This is her third of the season now to show what next year brings.
Jamie Wirtz with it. Crossover move at the top of the key, in and out to Babowski. Babowski gets around Crump. Babowski's layup off the target, and Crump comes down with the board. And it's going to be Starakowicz to bring it up.
This could be a 7-8 point lead if we can make those short
Yeah,
ones.
just use the glass on the layups.
Yep.
It's over to Smith, now Perez. Right back to Starakowicz. O'Hara, who just knocked down that 3. Out, Wheeling, throwing it around. Smith spin moves into Crump, and it's going to be lost handled, and it's going to go Elk Grove's way. And coming back in is Braudet for the Grenadiers. Magner heads out.
Now let's see if we can work that ball down low, because I know O'Hara's going to be guarding her, but I still think Ashley has the height advantage.
Yeah,
so
well,
drop step layup.
Now Jillian Franz comes in, so they guarded each other in those first couple minutes. They look to be marked on each other right now. As Jamie Wirtz had it knocked away initially, retreated and over to Katie Wirtz. Looking inside to Braudet, gets it back out. Now to Katie's shot falls through. 2-point bucket for the Grens.
Love that play. She passed it in. Worst defender went to double team and got it right back to her for an easy shot.
Franz kicks it out to Starakowicz. Starakowicz looking for the answer. No good. Jamie Wirtz with the board. Jay Wirtz to bring it up. I like the sophomore handling the ball. She's got a lot of confidence. Over to Blake. Blake looking to run. Has the speed advantage on O'Hara. Here's Jamie Wirtz's shot off the iron everywhere but falling through. Blake gets the board over to Babowski. Babowski finishes. And a 5-0 run here for the Grenadiers. Forces Wheeling timeout. 13-8 with 4:49 to play in half number 1.
It's a great timeout by the Wheeling coach. But you know what? That was a great play. That's something I'd love to see more of. There's 3 people that touch the ball in less than 3 seconds, all underneath the basket, and you come away with 2.
So both of these teams, though, very similar in the scoring departments. Elk Grove has scored 790 points this season, while Wheeling has scored 762, so 28 points difference there.
That's not much spread amongst the season, right?
Yeah, and then on the other side, on the defensive, Elk Grove has given up 1,257, while Wheeling has given up 1,228. So 29 points there.
It's like
as
you're
close
looking in
as
the mirror,
you can
right?
get. These teams are that. The main difference is Elk Grove has 2 more wins.
And if you look at the lineups when they're on the floor, they look identical. They basically have one taller player, and everybody else is pretty much a point guard.
Yeah, and it helps that Elk Grove's taller player tonight is listed as 6'2".
Yeah, I cannot overstate how well she played in the second half against Schaumburg. She really was a difference maker. Got the team to win.
So after the timeout, forced by Elk Grove, willing to inbound, and it goes to O'Hara. Elk Grove right back into that.
Kind of like a little zone press.
Yep.
I like it.
And it's going to get beat, though, by Franz. Franz dribbles, loses the handle, and it's going to be Blake with the steal. Wirtz in the backcourt. Looked like she got pushed a little bit. Blake throws up a shot.
I think she got a finger in the eye.
Yeah,
She's fine, but it's going to water for quite a bit.
Braudet gets fouled. Eugene will come in for Wirtz. Eugene did not know exactly when to come in. At the college level, though, she's right. You do come in before the first free throw at the college level on the women's side. But the foul goes on. Jillian Franz, her first.
I think you could have called 33 for a travel down there.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to say this is a top 10 egregious bad call, but it was close enough, or I think it could have gone either way.
Yeah. So Eugene back in. Braudet misses the first one on the front iron. Able to shoot both this time and knocks home the second one.
She's a different player this week than I've seen in the past. She's totally energetic, into it. she's having some success in feeding off it.
Smith dribbles right, kick out to Sturkowicz. Jamie Wirtz recovers nicely over to Crump. Looking inside. Wheeling's offense trying to develop. Smith over to O'Hara.
Good close out by 13, Olivia.
Yeah, Eugene. Inside now to O'Hara. Elk Grove in the 2-3 once again. Smith pull-up jumper at the free throw line. No good. Over is France with the offensive board. Eugene marks. France may have changed that pivot foot. Here's the shot by Sturkowicz. Another offensive.
Yeah, that's going to be out of bounds.
Yes, unable to initially collect it. She had it in her hands and it fell away.
Small little bump. Nowhere near a foul, but it might have made it just a little bit of a difference.
Grun's bringing it up. An initial push from Wheeling at the start of this quarter, but Elk Grove answered nicely. Braudet inside, turnaround layup, no good. O'Hara with the board, and it's going to be a foul on. It is going to be fouled by Braudet. She'll pick up her first.
I don't know if Braudet's arm was hit or it was just a bad angle, but
Crump looking to push up the pressure. Braudet, though, great job defensively. 2-3 zone. Blake tries to tie her up, and Blake will tie her up. Great job by the freshman to earn possession back for the Grenadiers. Oh, it's actually going to be Wheeling ball. They just the ref on our side pointed towards Elk Grove's way.
Yep.
Wheeling ball.
A coin in the pocket mix-up.
So Smith, the inbound, throws it up towards Franz. It's going to be tracked down by O'Hara. Right back to Smith in the short corner. Inside the Crumb, tried to force the pass, and Babowski comes up with it. And now it's Jamie Wirtz pushing the pace. No numbers for the Grens, but Wirtz takes it, loses control, and Smith comes up with the steal.
A jump stop there. The whole place goes by her, and she's got an easy little shot.
Now Wheeling slows down the pace. Over to Sturkowicz. O'Hara on our far side, inside to Franz. Kick out to Crump. Now over to Sturkowicz. Wheeling throwing it around. O'Hara turnaround jumper, nothing but net.
Yeah, she's got a really good turnaround.
Number 34.
Yeah, anything within the block and in, she's going to be hard to defend.
Madison O'Hara, I believe she's got 5 of the 10. Yeah. I thought maybe she made one of those free throws. But inside now towards Braudet, and Braudet finishes with a nice little touch there at the cup.
Yeah, good for her. She's earned it. I still want Blake to get more involved with the shooting. She's just being a little timid. She wouldn't be here if she wasn't a shooter.
Smith gets into the short corner, gives it up to O'Hara, 2:20 on the clock. Twister Coach being guarded by Jamie Wirtz. Inside now, knocked away by Wirtz. Back out though to Smith. Sturkowicz wanted the shot. Instead passes it. Gives it over to O'Hara. Looked for the turnaround. Almost taken away by Blake. Sturkowicz will shoot. Sturkowicz will miss. And Jamie Wirtz comes up with the board and lets the teams get down the floor before she brings it up.
Braudet's positioning, getting a double team. She's starting to throw her body around.
There's another one by Braudet. Just missed on that one off the short iron. And it's going to be France with the board. Smith looking to push.
I think if she turns around and faces her, I don't think they can reach the ball. I think it would give her a much better look at the rim.
Smith's thrown up a shot wildly. It goes to Eugene, who turns it over right back with Wheeling. Out towards Crump. Sturkowicz open threes, knocked one down, and give her another one.
She throws a little knuckleball up there, which typically you don't want, but she hasn't missed one yet. So.
Yeah, Nicole Sturkowicz, the senior for this Wheeling squad, knocks down her second three, and she's got 6 points, the leading scorer for Wheeling.
That's what we're looking for, just like that.
And there it is.
Just keep the ball above everybody in the gym and turn around and face the rim. Great shot.
Right back to Sturkowicz. Looking to drive Sturkowicz's layup, and she's going to be traveling is going to be the call here. So under a minute, 18-13, Eugene to pass in. Braudet heads to the bench with Magner checking back in for the Grenadiers. Wheeling also made a substitution with Jimena Perez checking back in for the Wildcats.
I'd love to see Elk Grove get to 20-22. I know it's not much time left, but it just makes a difference.
Trying to fight for this ball that was deflected, and now we got a jump ball. This one should remain with the Grens, and it will.
I will say, Chris, I stopped counting after like 12, and that was in the first half of jump balls on Monday night. My paper was just loaded with tick marks. I said, forget it. We're just going to say a lot.
A lot. Magner to inbound. Over to Blake. Blake open. Will take it. 3. Got it. Jalea Blake knocks it down. 21-13. 35 to go. And half number 1, the freshman gets her name in the score sheet tonight.
I guess I got to wish it. I wanted her to score and get over 20.
There is the shot by O'Hara, and Magner comes up with the board, throws it over to Eugene. Wasn't paying attention, and now Blake will come up with the board. Last shot opportunity here for the Grens, but they push pace and throw it out of play. Is Blake looking to pass towards Alvarado?
It's kind of a lazy little pass. I don't think there was eye contact made prior to the pass.
Skipped up. Blake almost came up with the steal. Will come up with the steal, and they regain possession. Over to Alvarado, and we got a traveling violation by the senior Claire
that's a
Alvarado.
shame because you had plenty of time to set up a shot.
Yeah. Wirtz just now, Katie Wirtz, that is, just rejoining the bench after the poked eye. Crump gets to the layup, and count the bucket for Layla Crump.
Now that pass down there, it's going to cost us probably 5 points. 2 for us and 3 for them.
Yeah.
And that's unfortunate. Because we had 11 seconds with the ball down on the block to set something up, and next thing you know.
Now Crump has a 3-point opportunity. The foul goes on Brianna Magner. Crump's shot, nothing but net. 3 seconds left, 21-16. Over to Babowski, couple dribbles. Babowski unable to get a heave going.
Yeah, good defense.
And we will head to the break. 21-16, but it's been a doozy here early in the first 16 minutes.
Yeah, the 21 points to me is encouraging, and they had a good, energetic first half. And like I said, Broad A's been playing really good the last couple games we've seen her, so we'll see what we can get on the second end.
Yeah, absolutely. 21-16 our score. He's John Walls. I'm Chris Randall. We will see you shortly for second half action here at Elk Grove High School. Welcome back here. We are just about ready for our third quarter and second half action. He's John Walls. I'm Chris Randall. We come to you at Elk Grove High School between the Grenadiers and the Wildcats. 21-16 our score as we're officially back underway.
Same starting lineup in second half. All your seniors for senior night.
And Alvarado will start off with a defensive board. Katie Wirtz, great to see her back out there after being poked in the eye. Grenadiers, again, wearing their all-white home uniforms and Wheeling in their blue or purple. Colors are hard for me sometimes. But
yeah, you're right. It's a blue, but it could literally go purple if you need it to.
Wirtz, though, gets the board off the O'Hara miss. And it's been a fun first half. The Grenadiers have had a lead pretty much this entire game so far. Obviously, there's still 16 minutes to go.
Yeah, I like the point total in the second quarter for Elk Grove.
Yeah.
The first quarter was 8, and they expounded on that greatly. That's a blocking foul, in my opinion. But
Bobowski turns it over there. Either team to score a bucket here in the first minute. Crump pump fakes over to Sturkowicz. Inside now to France, and we got a traveling violation by the junior.
She tried to drop step, and I think there was a little body contact that just threw her off a little bit. I would love to see Blake being your first one off the bench in the second half and just see if you can get her going here.
She hit a 3 in that quarter. Wirtz skipped over to Bobowski. Bobowski loses her footing a little bit, goes over to Alvarado, right back to Katie Wirtz at the top of the key. Bobowski keeping it on our near side. Now it's over to Eugene. Skipped it on over. Alvarado dribbles left. Over to Wirtz. Wirtz keeps it. Bobowski. Wheeling doing a great job on the defensive side. Wirtz gets to the cup and draws a foul.
You know, if you're watching at home, I want you to watch Wheeling on defense. Every one of their players, for the most part, has their hand in the air on the right side of where it should be. They're not allowing passing lanes because of it. Elk Grove, in the first half, I saw this with Jaleel Blake, too. No hands up, and these passes were going straight over her forehead into down low for layups. And that might just be an age thing, but Wheeling does a nice job with it.
Katie Wirtz knocks down the first one, 22-16. 6:25, took a minute and 35 seconds to get our first points here in the second half. Elk Grove playing a very good style of ball here this evening.
She almost pump faked her.
Yeah.
Braudet.
And Braudet gets the board, throws it up, misses that opportunity, and O'Hara comes up with the board. Smith bringing it up for the Wildcats, over to Crump, right back to Smith. And Sturkowicz could not keep up with it. Says it's a little bit behind her, but those are like when you hear we were just talking football during the break, like, oh, the wide receiver's got to come up with that pass. That's one of those right there. That's one of those right there. There's Wirtz looking for the screen from Eugene, gets around it, and now we got an off. I don't know what this sign
He's just
means.
going to have a talk, I think. Maybe he's calling a double foul.
I think both players are getting a foul.
Yeah. I didn't get to see it out of the corner of my eye. I didn't see a lot of pushing and shoving, but it didn't have my full attention. It couldn't have been that egregious, but it's just sending a message.
Yeah.
21. Crump just laid out Braudet.
Olivia Eugene knocks it down on the inbound play.
If Braudet doesn't set the screen on Crump, it's blocked.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Good play all the way around.
And they are initialing it a 3 for the senior Olivia Eugene. Even bigger, though, on that foul. That puts Jillian France at 3 fouls, which is big. They're going to keep her in, though.
Yeah, that's a gamble. Especially now that the ref's called a double foul. You know he's watching everything at this point. He's just fed up.
Here's O'Hara's shot off the back iron. Eugene with the board.
Nobody crashed on the boards for that.
Yeah, there's a good box out there for the Grenadiers.
Yep, for sure.
And now they just correct it and give it a 2 on the Eugene shot. So 24. Here's the 3, though, from Alvarado off the back iron. A little bit long. Smith throws it up to Sturkowicz. Off to the races to the cup. Sturkowicz pump fake and misses the bunny. It's going to be Wheeling ball, though. A good jump stop by Sturkowicz. Just got to finish at the cup there.
I appreciate that. Just jump, stop, let everybody go past you, and it's like the easiest bucket in the world. Thing is, Elk Grove had a little secondary help that got in her way.
And here's going to be the third foul for Braudet.
I don't like that foul call at all. She was straight up in the air, and the girl put her arms into our defender. I ain't buying it.
Franz to the free throw line for 2. Before that foul, though, Jamie Wirtz checked back in for the Grens. Babowski to the bench. Franz's first shot jumped on the free throw line. You don't see that too often. Hits off the back iron. Magner looking to check in and will check in for the Grens. And Coach Linfers will pull her player with 3 fouls, and that's Braudet. And we'll see if Wheeling does the same, and she will, because the player at the bench is for the shooter. So
well, the double foul down here causes a problem for Elk Grove, right?
Yeah.
Because Braudet would only have 2 now.
Instead
so
of that
yeah,
third,
you get frustrated, but you can hurt your team with something like that.
Yeah,
I'm
Alvarado.
not saying it wasn't deserved. They were both banging each other, but sometimes you just got to say, yeah, it's all right. For the betterment of the team, I'm going to just take it.
Alvarado tried to chase down that board. It goes out of play. Wheeling will retain. Lindsay Carrillo checks in for the Wildcats. 3 minutes gone in quarter number 3. Elk Grove has scored 3 points. Yep, very small. But you just got to look out for O'Hara. As here's Sturkowich's 3 off the mark, and it's Alvarado with the board, gives it up to Eugene.
Well, that was interesting because they put O'Hara up at the top of the key on that set.
Yeah.
I would have done the complete opposite, but
here's Magner. Magner takes a 3. Magner off the front iron, fight for the board, goes to Crump. A good hard-working board there for Layla Crump.
Boy, should we call her name and yet only 5 points? I find that hard to believe.
Wow, she's in every play.
Yeah, for sure.
Twist Smith, top of the key, over to Sturkowicz. Sturkowicz right up towards Carrillo. Carrillo over to O'Hara. Crump inside. 2-3 zone for the Grens. Wirtz and Crump fight for it. And
nice
jump
play.
Ball. And it's going to go the other way for the Grenadiers.
That was a tough, aggressive play.
Yeah.
Crump was not ready for it.
It was also, I believe, Smith who threw it in towards the double team. But, yeah, Crump got dealt a tough hand there, being thrown a bounce pass into the double team.
Yeah, the pass was a blister. It was a fastball.
Alvarado over to Magner, top of the key, right to Eugene. Eugene looks, shoots. Eugene tried to use the glass. O'Hara comes up with the board, and now Alvarado picks up the foul.
Magner's running that play, and she's coming from the bench side, and she's going to work her way around. If she looks up and dribbles with her left hand, she had an easy layup. I think sometimes as players you get a little too much like, okay, this is what I have to do next.
Yeah.
You're always looking at the rim. If it's there for you, take it.
Dribbling up Sturkowicz over to Carrillo. Now Smith, top of the key into O'Hara. Turnaround jumper off the mark. First one that she's missed tonight. And then Eugene gives it up to Katie Wirtz, and they'll rerun up the offense.
Number 2, Smith, has made some really serious great passes.
Yeah.
He's got great hands. Just
Wirtz
throwing laser beams at our players.
Wirtz banks in the loose ball to make it 26-16. Elk Grove on a 6-0 run here in quarter number 3.
First double-digit
or
lead.
5-0 run, I should say.
Yeah, first double-digit lead of the night.
Eugene guards. Inside to O'Hara. Good job by Wirtz. Looking for a tie-up. This one's going to go for a foul on Katie Wirtz.
Yeah, I got to believe it's 22. Oh, he said 1.
Yeah, there you go. He was like, let me get over there for you can have a better view of my 2 fingers that are going to go up on each hand. Madison O'Hara to the free throw line.
Wirtz is first. Nobody in Elk Grove has any foul trouble whatsoever.
On the floor right now, aside from Braudet. Braudet's got the 3.
Yep, she's the only one in the game with 3. Both sides.
Here's Jalea Blake, the freshman, back in for the Grens.
I'd love to see her just take off here. Super aggressive. I think she's just still in that. I'm in a varsity game as a freshman, you know.
O'Hara knocks down her second one, goes 1 for 2 from the line, gets herself to 6 points this evening. Our leading scorer is Katie Wirtz with 8. Katie Wirtz brings it up and picks up her dribble here on our short corner near side, and we got a timeout.
Yeah, I think she had another second to do it, but it wasn't looking good. So Coach Linfers fires up the tee. We get the timeout.
And that gives us a quick second to talk about our community blood drive. The next Village Community Blood Drive will be this Saturday, February 7th from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Village Hall in Room E. To coincide with the Village's 70th anniversary, the Village is partnering with the community organization that will host 4 Roll Up Your Sleeves and Save a Live blood drive. With each donation, you'll receive a special anniversary prizes, earn and eat gift card incentives, and be entered into some raffles. This goal is to make more successful year for the donations. Visit elkgrove.org/blood drive for more information.
You're a good man, Chris. I'll try the next one. We got some time here. All right, ready? Booster Club Bingo Night. Actually, this is an important one. This goes to the Athletic Boosters. Save the date for Bingo Night hosted by the Grenadier Athletic Boosters. It'll be held on Saturday, March 17th, 7 p.m. to 10 at the Elk Grove Village VFW Hall, located at 400 Devon Avenue. There's an entry fee of $30 per person. All proceeds benefit EGHS athletic teams. That's all the teams. Visit the EGH website at d214.org/EGHS for more details.
Yeah. Always a great calls, those. And
yeah.
Those words. We're back underway. Those boosters are like the NIL fund. As shot goes by Eugene, off target, fight for the board. It's going to go to Carrillo.
I mean, there's so many of us in town that have been to a lot of those, and I'll tell you, it really does help. Some of the teams that don't get maybe a lot of pub get some good swag or equipment. Jalea Blake, what I'm wanting to see.
Great move by Jalea Blake.
That was left-handed, I believe.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely. And gets the score up to 11 for the Grenadiers, 28-17. Blake now have 5 on the night. It's a very well-rounded team or scoring night for the Grens as Sterkowicz misses. Fight for the board goes to Carrillo and Wheeling. Smith at the top of the key. Inside to O'Hara. O'Hara dribbles, spins out of it. Smith takes her shot. Smith off the target, and Carrillo gets her second offensive rebound of this possession. Sterkowicz, her shot. Sterkowicz, nothing but net. Knocks down her third 3 of the evening.
She's got a great little knuckleball that works.
Yeah. 28-20 stops the Elk Grove momentum. Eugene dribbles in, handoff to Wirtz. Wirtz, open shot. Wirtz off the front iron again.
Twice.
O'Hara comes down with it, fight for it. There's Jamie Wirtz and O'Hara, and it will be jump ball.
I give J.J. Wirtz a lot of credit, man. She was last one in and still got her hands on that ball. We're under the double-digit lead that we had, but it's still 8.
Yeah.
Like to see Elk Grove, a little defensive here. They're kind of packing the lane. That's why you're going to see some of these long rebounds going to Wheeling. But
Sterkowicz right back over to Smith. Smith dribbles in towards the elbow, and we got a foul. Coach Linfors wanted a traveling violation there, but foul goes on Magner. That's going to be her third.
I don't understand the call being a push, right? That's what he's telling us? Because I would have rather have seen like a hack, an attack. But I can see what Coach Linfors was looking at because I kind of saw it too, but we are pretty far away from that end of the court.
So the foul goes on Eugene, her first, and that also puts Wheeling in the bonus here for 2 shots for the final minute 17 of the third. We got a quick shoe timeout. Magner ties it real quick. But it's 2 shots, so they could still let her take the first shot while Magner shoots. But instead, we'll now go Smith shooting her first now. Babowski headed to the scorer's table. Smith misses that first one. Eugene heads out.
Smith's like a quintessential point guard. She's quick, fast, dribbles well, and she can pass the ball extremely well.
You have to get into the score sheet. Misses both free throws. Loose ball, and it will be an Elk Grove ball as Crump made the last touch there.
All right, we got this to that 10. We're down to 8. You got a minute left. You got to get it back to 10 on that fourth quarter. That's got to be your goal. You got to have something to win by.
J.J. Wirtz brings it up for the Grens. Comes to our near side. Look for the back door. Babowski. It's tipped by Sterkowicz. And Babowski picks up full court. Great job by the senior. Over to Smith.
She's quick.
Out towards Crump. Now Sterkowicz. She'll shoot it. Sterkowicz. Ooh. Everywhere but falling through. Crump's offensive board off the target. O'Hara gets it. Blocked from behind by Katie Wirtz. Now we got another tie-up. And this one will go Elk Grove's way. Under a minute to go in quarter 3.
That was a good non-call because O'Hara had like 3 hands on the ball, but nobody was touching her.
No.
Right? And that was a good non-call. Let it play.
And usually you see the refs, anytime there's a block from behind, they always call that foul. And it was kudos to the refs there for letting that one go through.
Whether they see it or not.
Now J.J. Worth comes up with the loose ball. J.J. Worth finishes at the cup, 30-20 here.
There were 4 people running for that ball, and I never saw J.J. Worth.
Yeah,
She's
she
the one
just
that
came
got it.
right through the middle and split the defense right in half as O'Hara kicks out. It's with Smith. Smith's shot. Smith never able to get going, picking up those 2 fouls early.
Yeah.
But it's an offensive board for Wheeling. Crump at the top of the key. Crump, pull-up jumper at the elbow, no good, and Jalea Blake with it, under 20.
Keep going.
Gives
Nice
it up
pass.
to Bobowski. Great job by the freshman, and it's 12-point lead for the Grenadiers.
Great pass by Blake. Great finish by Bobowski.
Bobowski gets herself to 6. And Bobowski bails out the Wildcats with 3.1 here in quarter 3. And it's going to send Smith to the free throw line for 2. Bobowski has her first foul of the evening.
I literally think the Wheeling girl tripped, and that's what got her to foul if she was standing straight up. It's just kind of a weird foul. I don't think it was really meant to be a foul. Smith has struggled. I find it hard to believe she has no points tonight, as much as we called her name as well.
Yeah. You said very traditional point guard as that one falls through.
There you go.
I think she got thrown off picking up 2 quick fouls. So O'Hara goes to the bench, and Marlena Olmuk checks in for Wheeling. First minutes there for the senior Olmuk. And Blake gets the board. Clock does not start right away, but it's a turnover. Crump shot goes through. That is an error by the shot clock, or by the clock operator.
That is a teaching moment right there. We got a little lackadaisical. Blake had the rebound. If she just holds and lets him clear, clock runs out.
But we go to the fourth, 32-23. Elk Grove scored 11 once again in that quarter and held Wheeling to 7. 21-16 was our score entering the third. And we go to the fourth, 32-23. And Grenadiers here rolling on senior night, 8 minutes left to go.
So they had eight in the first, right?
9 in the first.
9 in the first. How many
12.
in the second? 12, and then
11.
11, yeah. See, I'll take double digits any time on this gym. And to hold Wheeling to 7.
Yep, they've been under double digits. They had.
That's how you win a game.
Yeah. I think they had 12. I think our score, or 11 in the second quarter. I think it was 9-5 after 1.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
then.
agreed. Yeah, when you're holding under double digits in a quarter, good job. In 3 quarters, great job.
Yep. So, 8 minutes left to go. Elk Grove up by 9 on senior night. Once again, the 5 seniors for the Grenadiers are the 5 starters tonight. Claire Alvarado, Olivia Eugene, Lindsay Bobowski, Caitlin Wirtz, and Ashley Braudet for the Grenadiers. And get a quick shout out for the Wheeling seniors. You have Mia Smith, Nicole Sturkowic, Lindsay Carrillo, and Marlena Olmuk.
Well, I'd like to see Elk Grove here as we started the seniors in the first of the game, first of the half. I'd like to see them finish it out the last 2 minutes.
Yeah. If you build up that lead, there's absolutely that chance to do so.
Yeah, I think that'd be a nice call, letting them start the first, start the second half, and start the ending, or finish the last 3 minutes.
Over to Sturkovic. Sturkovic banks in the 3 to start the quarter, and Wheeling now has a double-digit score with Nicole Sturkovic.
I was at a great angle. I have no idea how that ball went in, but that tells you if you have a shooting's touch, and it's the thing.
Wirtz gets to the cup. Blake with the board. Blake throws it up and scores. Jalea Blake.
Wirtz got a jab in the back.
She did.
No call.
Elk Grove, though, with a big answer after the opening 3 for the Wildcats. Over to Carrillo in the corner, back up to Smith. So there's Sturkovic. Elk Grove in the 2-3 zone. Up to O'Hara, turnaround jumper for O'Hara off the back iron, fight for the board. Bobowski's going to be fouled, and O'Hara picks up her first.
Is it her first?
No, they don't have her on the board, but I did not mark her down for one yet.
Yeah, okay.
Yep, and a substitution did come in. It looked like there's Perez in for the Wildcats. J.J. Wirtz gets the inbound from Katie.
Oh, just got tackled.
Gets the steal. Skip over. Blake with the soaring steal. Comes down with it, sends it up to Magner. Magner lost control of it.
I love the idea. It just was on her shoulder. So this is the best and most emotional I've seen Blake play, and you're seeing what you're going to see in the next 3 years.
O'Hara
It's there.
dribbles right. Wirtz comes up with it, knocks it out of her hand, but it's going to be a foul. That's going to be Katie Wirtz's second. Wirtz has 8 points tonight. Blake right behind her with 7, and Babowski's got 6. Those are the 3 leading scorers for this Grenadier squad. And on the other side, it's a lot of Sterikowicz and O'Hara. O'Hara is going to be fouled again. Magner will now pick up her 3rd.
I want to see Magner just face guard her at the beginning.
Yeah.
Don't wait for the ball to get in, but I mean, on that inbounds, there's one person that's going to hurt you immediately, and that's who hurt you.
Yep, and O'Hara goes to the free throw line for 2 shots. Elk Grove once had a lot of fouls in that 3rd, and they start off with 2 quick ones here in the 4th. Good news there, though, for Elk Grove. O'Hara misses the 1st on that one.
So Magner has 3 for Elk Grove.
Yep, and does
Broad
day. Yep. And on the other side, it's just Franz with 3. O'Hara goes 0 for 2 from the line, and J.J. Wirtz comes up with the board. Skip over to Magner. Magner uses the jab steps, kick out to J.J. Over to her sister, Katie. Magner dribbles up towards the top of the key, looking for that movement.
Blake's open.
Yep. Katie gets to the cup. Katie finishes at the cup, gets herself into double figures.
I don't know what Wheeling was looking at, right? They basically let it open for her.
You're there, right? You're like, oh, Jalea Blake open, and then forget that Katie Wirtz had the ball.
She was all good.
Magner almost comes up with a steal. O'Hara kicks it out. Now in towards Crump. Crump brings it down out towards Smith. O'Hara. Now it's Perez with the shot, and nothing but net.
Nice
for Jimena Perez, the junior for Wheeling. Babowski.
I like the up-tempo by Elk Grove.
Out to Magner. Magner's 2.
I thought
long.
that was down.
And now it's Blake. Blake tried to keep it in play. Or Blake's pass stolen by Smith, kept in by Smith. And now Wheeling going the other way. Out towards Sterikowicz. Now Crump shot long. Blake defensive.
Dribble
board.
out of that. Dribble out of that.
Gives it up to Babowski. Almost taken away.
Blake's got to put her head down, dribble out of that, and she's probably got a fast break down here on the far side, student section side.
Elk Grove to inbound. Eugene goes to the scorer's table. They give it to J.J. Wirtz to bring it up. Slows down the pace, does the sophomore point guard for Elk Grove. Crossover, kick out to Magner. Magner skips it over to Katie Wirtz. Wirtz's shot, short off the front iron. Babowski, another offensive board, and will score it.
They're playing well. They're playing well last couple nights. It's good to see.
38-29. Sterikowicz takes her eye off the ball a little too early, and Elk Grove now.
She saw wide open.
Yeah.
Once I get my feet down, this is going to fly, and unfortunately took her eye off the ball.
Olivia Eugene back in for the Grenadiers. Katie Wirtz out, and we got a quick timeout.
So we got what we're up to is 9, right?
Yep, we're up 9 right now. Looks
We'll
to be
take
a
that.
full timeout or 30-second time.
For
Not
those
full.
of you in the desert, 9's a big number. Scott and I back in the truck. Well, let's just say the old the boys in the desert. That's how they used to talk about it when you couldn't talk about gambling on TV.
So 5:03 to play. 38-29 our score. Elk Grove showing out early right now on senior night. Still got 5 minutes to go. Yeah.
I don't know why I do it with Scott. I very rarely win. I think he can see the future, honestly. Football, he crushes me every time we have a little small friendly wager. We're right on the line right now. This might be the last time, Scott, ever.
Elk Grove coming up from the bench. That scoring has definitely all over the place for the Grens.
This is the first quarter that the Grens haven't been in foul trouble in the last 4 minutes.
Yep, so far.
Yeah, they've used all that they could.
Elk Grove has 3 timeouts left. Wheeling has 4. Could come down to the stretch here, especially as we play the foul. If Wheeling decides to play the foul game, or Elk Grove for that matter. Hopefully we don't go to the Elk Grove side playing the foul game. But Eugene to re-inbound us and sends it over to Blake. Wheeling comes down with a press, and it's going to be tipped away from Blake. Perez comes up with a steal over to O'Hara. O'Hara kick out to Crump. Crump shot. Banks her home, and now it's 38-31.
I like O'Hara's game. I really do. She's a heady ball player for sure.
Numbers here for the Grens. Babowski to the cup. Babowski misses the layup. Crumps the board.
I don't think we want to get into a fast break thing here. Up by 9.
No.
We're up by 7.
7 now, yeah. Smith.
I think we want to kind of
floater
calm
up,
it down a little.
Miss, and Eugene slows down. Eugene over to J.J. Wirtz. Double team comes, and it's a travel there for the sophomore. She knew it right away, too. Coach Lindfors just saying, take a deep breath, calm down a little bit, puts her senior, Katie Wirtz, back into the game to do so.
We got 10 seconds to get her over the half-court line. When you're up 7 with 4.5 to go, you're going to want to take about 8, right?
Yeah. J.J. Wirtz heads out for their sister. O'Hara in, right back out to Smith. Smith dribbles left. Out to O'Hara. Sturkowicz now top of the key. Finds Smith inside to O'Hara. Turnaround jumper. Finds it through. That's been her game all night.
Elk Grove defense has got to realize that play, and they just got to cut that pass off before it even gets made. Make that pass go over the head, not a blister at her. Dead ball, no help.
Over to Eugene.
This shot has to be wide open or we're not taking it.
Skipped over to Babowski. Able to do so. Babowski to the cup. Unable to miss and make another layup for the senior. And Wheeling streaking here for the late in this fourth quarter.
Watch out here.
There.
A 3 could be interesting.
Out to Crump. Crump pump fakes on the 3. Eugene guards. Out back towards Smith. Smith takes the 3 off the iron. O'Hara offensive board and finishes.
You got to have a timeout here for Coach Lindfors, I believe.
And Brade by Coach Lindfors heads to the scores table. Magner up. Eugene also there. 38-35. Eugene picks up her dribble and throws it away. We got a foul. Crump goes to the floor with Eugene.
I think, whose ball is this? Yeah, Wheeling. I would have liked to have timeout there. I know you only got 2, but they're on a massive run. Energy's up. I would have liked to have timeout there. I know you try to keep it to the end of the game, but let's hope we can get there.
Olivia Eugene picks up her second. Stays in the game, though. Magner goes to the bench with Brade back into the game with 3 fouls for the Grenadiers.
7-0 run by Wheeling here.
Yeah, to start the quarter, too, essentially.
Yep.
Elk Grove only scored 2 points in this quarter, and that's a travel there from France.
It's not a bad idea when that play happens, and it's happening all night. Just have Blake come down and just do a little double on her.
Babowski gets it.
That's
double
a foul.
team there. And there will be the foul. We'll say, though, they got away with one as Sturkowicz picks up her first foul.
Yeah.
Katie Wirtz is not able to step on a travel violation, and she stepped on the baseline. So Elk Grove also got away with one there. Could have been a turnover. It goes towards Brade, right back to Wirtz, and now Elk Grove slows up the pace. 1 possession game, what was a 9-point lead for the Grens, down to 3. Wirtz to the cup, out to Babowski. Everyone wants to travel. Babowski, though, shot no good, and it's a rebound for Smith.
It was a travel. I don't know how they let that get away. If she takes the shot, it wasn't. It was like
Sturkowicz off the target. Fight for the board by O'Hara, and it's going to go Elk Grove way. It knocked it out of Eugene's hands.
I gotta be honest, Chris, this game shouldn't be this close.
No.
It really shouldn't. I don't know why we were rushing to shoot the ball down here in the first half. You were up 10. I mean, no reason for it.
30-second timeout now called by Wheeling. Elk Grove up by 3.
Coach Moore's got this one, and I think he's just trying to get them to calm down a little bit and play their plays that they know.
Gives us a quick second here. Fallen Soldier Memorial Scholarship. Applications are now being accepted by Elk Grove. Fallen Soldier Memorial Scholarship. 4 $2,000 scholarships will be awarded and be used at 4-year universities, the Harper Promise Program, and technical career colleges. Applicants must be an Elk Grove Village resident and will begin college studies of the fall in 2026 this year. Deadline to apply is Monday, April 20th at 5 p.m. Applications and more info can be found at the village website, elkgrove.org.
I'm going to owe you money for doing all these for me.
Not at all. We got someone was out on the court there for Wheeling. Now we're ready to inbound. Katie Wirtz inbounds to Babowski. and they'll slow it up from there. But press is still on for Wheeling. Wirtz being guarded by Sturkowicz. It's just a soft one-on-one press for Wheeling.
Well, now it's to the point where I don't know if we want to slow it down. If you get a bucket, you got to take it. You got to extend this lead somehow, some way.
Wirtz hands it over to Jalea Blake. Blake.
Last thing you need is this and a turnover.
And will be fouled by Smith.
Yeah, we got bailed out there. I'll take it.
Yeah, Smith picks up her third with this one. Starter in for Wheeling. Babowski out towards Braudet. Braudet looked to turn around. Crump takes it away on the pass from Blake. Off to the races is Layla Crump. Layup altered by Wirtz. And now Jalea Blake brings it up for Elk Grove. Freshman slows it down. Under 2 to play. 38-35. Crump reaches. Handoff to Katie Wirtz. Wirtz.
Oh, she had a layup.
Yeah, Braudet had a great
she had
shield.
A seal. She absolutely had a layup. And that's the one you want taking the layup.
Elk Grove not really looking at the rim right now. We'll see exactly a minute 40 to go. And we got a foul by O'Hara.
Chris, with this whistle, our next live game on EGTV, our next live event will be Friday, February 13th, with the boys varsity basketball versus Hoffman Estates, starting at 7:30. Watch on Comcast Channel 6, Facebook, YouTube, or EGTV website at eg-tv.org. Be sure to check out the on-demand link on the website so you can watch all the games that EGTV covers.
Just in time for Eugene to catch the inbound. Over to Braudet. Braudet finishes with contact. Ashley Braudet with a big bucket for the Grenadiers and a chance to push the lead back to 2 possessions, making it 2-3 possessions with 6.
Her last 2 games, in the last 5 minutes of each of these games, she has been unstoppable. This is the exact mirror image of what happened. She took it to the rim, got fouled. She had probably 4 or 5 points in the last 5 minutes last game.
Smith picked up her 4th foul. Braudet misses the 3.
No foul here.
Yep, France gets the board. 5-point lead for the Grens. Over to O'Hara. O'Hara drives. O'Hara picks up her dribble. Kick out to Crump. Crump deep 3 off the target. And Elk Grove will regain possession with 1:22. Substitution coming in. It's going to be J.J. Wirtz for the freshman.
I like that. Now you're down to senior junior time, right? Blake had a nice little thing here, but this is where it really matters. You got to get this ball in and get it over to half-court line within 10. Can't have a turnover here.
Nia Smith goes out with 4 fouls. Jimena Perez back in for Wheeling. Over to Babowski. Babowski stops. Babowski over to Katie Wirtz. Wirtz had an open lane there. Hand off to JJ, her sister. And there's going to be the 5th foul of the quarter for Wheeling. We'll send J.J. Wirtz to the free throw line.
I mean, I think that was a little early. I don't know if Coach called for that foul, but, you still got plenty of time for the other team to actually turn the ball over and just hand it to you.
But there's the difference with no shot clock. We were talking about it a little bit as J.J. knocks down the first one.
Big bucket there.
Elk Grove doesn't have to go for a bucket. They can just dribble it like how they've been doing, where the foul, now they force them to make something. And with a shot clock, then you have to make something. You have to use a shot within the clock.
Oh, that's a big rebound there.
Katie Wirtz comes up with the offensive board, kicks it out. Wirtz over to JJ. Not looking at the rim.
Really smart.
As now we're under a minute.
Most would have lined up a 3 there and given it a shot.
Babowski, and we got a timeout by Elk Grove.
That's a good timeout for sure. Yeah, Ashley Braudet has had a really good finish to a good basketball career. She'll remember these couple games, and I know they have a few more, but she's really elevated her game the last 2 that I've seen for certain. Coach Lee is having a good time with it. Telling her, nice job, nice work. Coach Lee was doing the sophomore game prior to this one.
41-35, 55 seconds remain here on senior night. Elk Grove with 5 seniors, Wheeling with 4. It's always 4 tough years playing through wherever you are, high school, college, days they'll never forget playing those balls together.
It's a lot of work. I mean, it's a lot of work. And you look at some of these, and every high school has it. I think Wirtz has had quite a few. The 3-sport athlete, to me, boggles your mind.
Yeah.
How do you get a B or A average when you're doing every sport every season.
Yep.
It's really, really tough to do.
Yeah, Wirtz plays volleyball, basketball, and softball.
I believe so, yeah. Now you just want a nice, clean finish here in this last 55.
Wirtz inbounds to Braudet.
Just no panic. Just do what you're supposed to do.
Over to J.J. Wirtz in
Take
the
a
short
dribble.
corner.
There you go.
Going to dribble it out. Over to Katie. Keeping it on your near side of the screen. Katie now brings it over to the other.
Wheeling's going to have
Hand
to
off
foul
to
now
Eugene.
soon.
Eugene gets it over to Braudet. Not even looking up. She will take it. Misses the layup. Fight for the board. It's going to be a jump ball. Pretty quick whistle.
Yeah,
34
I'm not a
remain.
fan of the shot, but I don't blame her. It was a layup. She just,
Yeah.
a little defender came in, but
A little too hard off the glass.
I wouldn't
too.
have been angry if she would have taken that out to the top and given it back to one of the Wirtz girls.
But after the jump ball, possession remains with the Grenadiers. Up by 6. Out to Babowski. Babowski turns, faces. Crump knocked it out. It's going to remain Elk Grove ball, though.
I've been watching this 33-25 battle, Braudet. So on the inbounds, they're facing each other, and the two of them are literally just eyeing each other, not blinking. It's just hysterical. They've had a good battle, and it's been competitive for sure.
Babowski out. Jalea Blake back in for the Grens. Braudet gets the board,
reach
tangled up. Yep. France has got tangled up in the arms of Braudet and picks up her 4th this evening.
Yeah, unless you foul out, you're not coming off the court, right?
Yeah.
These are the 5 you want to finish a game, either side.
Jillian France, a junior for Wheeling, too, so.
Watch for the long rebound here. Ashley tends to hit the back of the rim if she's going to miss, and you can get a long rebound.
And misses that one on the side. 41-35, still a 2-possession game. Gets Smith back into the game for Wheeling. Perez heads to the bench. Balls have been on this side of the floor, though, which is great for the Grenadiers.
Yeah, it's like been tilted over here.
Another miss by Coach
No
or
foul,
by
no foul.
Braudet. And we got another jump ball, but this one will be Wheeling. Katie Wirtz playing hard still.
Yeah, not giving up. Tough as nails.
2-possession game. Stirikowicz has knocked down 4 threes tonight. She's got the ball in her hand. Skipped over to Smith, but Wirtz takes it. Wirtz to the cup. Wirtz not going to finish. It's going to be a foul by Stirikowicz. And if she knocks down these 2 free throws, you can
That'll be
wrap it in a bow for the
That'll be
Grenadiers.
Yeah, I don't mind. She literally was waiting for her to catch up, for the possible foul. The layup either way would have done it. She can make these 2 are good to go. 2 for 2 for the week.
Wirtz off the back iron on the first one. 41-35, still a 2-possession game. A chance to get it to 3 here. The senior Katie Wirtz. 10 points tonight.
I don't see this not going in. I just don't. She's going to nail it.
And does miss, but Braudet comes up with the board. Fight for it. Braudet falls to the floor. And it's going to be, now we have a foul.
Braudet got hammered about 9 times in the mouth. She doesn't have to worry about it, right? Because it's going to be Elk Grove's ball.
No, it's going to be a foul on Eugene.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Yep. Second foul
I had
on
that wrong.
Eugene.
Wow, Ashley was attacked. I mean, her head was getting pummeled on her way down, and no call.
Stirikowicz brings it up. Smith under 5. Sent over to
fouls.
Crump.
No fouls.
2 seconds. Smith heaves up a shot, and that
That'll do
is
it.
all she wrote.
Good back-to-back win by the Elk Grove girls varsity basketball. Congrats to all coaches and players and parents of the seniors.
Yeah. 41-35 our final score. Elk Grove sends their seniors home with a victory here on Elk Grove Television. A great job by both teams as always. Katie Wirtz, the senior leading scorer for the Grens with 10 points. And a great way to end her season on her home floor here for the Grens.
I'm with you, Chris. I'm just so happy for the seniors, having a week like tonight and all the players contributing. Just a great way to finish a senior season,
Yeah.
It doesn't always work that way for everybody.
No, it does not. But the Grenadiers come out victorious here on Friday, February 6th, and we head to it with our final score being 41-35. He's John Walls. I'm Chris Randall, and from everyone at EGTV, Scott, Debbie, Vanessa, and Joe, even though he's not here tonight, we thank you for joining us And we'll see you next Friday on Friday the 13th for boys varsity basketball.
Rick and the village of Elk Grove are going to hold hands and join together and do everything we know how to have a very exciting and entertaining and informative Channel 6.
Well, the mission of Channel 6 is to provide residents with Elk Grove Village community information on a timely basis in an entertaining and informative way.
This is Jake and Elwood, and we watch